I don't know when to say. Are we live? Right, let's just.
I think you are.
Good afternoon. Good
It says
afternoon.
up above you that we're live, so hey.
Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this weekly broadcast with myself, Marco, and Harper. We are not. Well, we are on Restream. Hello, Marco.
Hello, Stephen. How are you? And hello, Harper. How are you?
Good, Marco.
Yeah,
Perfect.
we good. I mean, I had the week's holiday last week. I did miss the show that you did last Wednesday, but I was on holiday. Definitely on holiday. But it's good to be back, and it's good to be back on Restream. Marco, what updates do we have on Restream this week?
Well, I see some updates on guest side, the layout. Then now you can see your preview and the studio what is live, which we couldn't make it before. We just have, I think it was the live preview, right? And now we have a different layout. There's a chat there, and I think it may be the comments who may come on different social platforms. Let me try making a comment to see.
Okay.
Which page are you broadcasting, Stephen? Are you on your personal profile?
I'm on my personal profile.
Okay.
Be live, live, YouTube, Twitch.
Let me comment there.
Go.
Oh my God!
Chris. Welcome
There's
back.
a Portuguese bug here. Let me see. Well, the chat is still loading.
Yeah, we're live on Twitch, and both the bots are talking to each other. So,
okay,
we've got two bots running. I say hello to Chris, who's joined us from Belgium. Right,
the chat. Okay, let me see.
Okay.
I can click here, but it doesn't show nothing. Maybe they are working on this.
Could be, but I've got the hello down below. That's
yeah. It's a troll.
no,
we don't know that guy.
We don't get trolls on Facebook.
He follows Marco everywhere.
Yeah. I don't know who the guy is. He's a stalker.
Right.
Yeah, and there's this improvement on video quality on Restream. They before they had this 720p, 30 frames per second. Now they have 720 with 60 frames per second, which allows you a more cleaner. But okay, you should have a better camera than I have to notice.
Well, you look good. You look good.
I think on Stephen it may be better, and there's this HD definition, full HD 1080p, which is amazing.
Well, it is. It's the best quality you can get.
Just reminding that I think Facebook used to go use 360.
No, Facebook is 720.
Oh, 720 on the papers.
The test after this is when we go and look at the recording, and we will, is to actually play it and then look at the settings and see whether it's actually playing in HD when you go to replay. Because I think that Facebook had come to an agreement with developers saying you can now go HD.
Yeah. I saw it. I saw it also on YouTube on my lives that I can pick up to 1080.
Yeah.
On LinkedIn, I think it will be by default because I think it's the big thing on LinkedIn, it was since the beginning, the video quality, because every other things are not amazing, just average, but video quality on LinkedIn, usually it's really good.
But it's costing somebody somewhere some money, because to actually stream in high definition costs more in bandwidth, and it costs more in storage, because you're actually storing a better quality video. So thank you to everybody who's actually contributing to this experiment, and that would be everybody that's basically in live streaming, including Lightstream and Zoom and all those people. Are actually investing in the future of live video, and we're very fortunate to be able to actually use it. Now, we've never actually, on your shows, you actually reach 9 people. The only way I can reach 9 people on this show is by bringing extra people in.
You need a way of actually connecting your mobile phone.
Okay, I'll turn that off again. Okay.
That's what it would be like if Stephen was a twin.
Well, that's why I changed background, so you didn't get confused, because if I'd used a library background, that's actually a video I was playing. I did the review for AirDroid today. So I've got to edit the video and send it off to AirDroid, and then hope, if they like it, and I hope they do, then they'll use it in promoting AirDroid, which is pretty good. So we're going out in HD, and what else did I notice? Yeah, we've got the audio processing. That's been there. We're still on. Are you still on 10 people, Marco?
Yes, I do. I think they won't raise the number.
Right. And the other thing I noticed when I sent you both the link to today's show is that the link is permanent. Yeah.
Yeah. They made this update. Last week was already on. This I think it's the right thing, because, for instance, before, I don't know, you sure remember that you send me a link, or even I sent you a link and something went wrong. I have to refresh the page, then I have to send you another link, and was not very user-friendly to this kind of process. So with the same link, for instance, you can put it through Bitly or something and make it Stephen guests or Harper guests or Marco guests. Hello, Jerry. How are you?
Hi, Jerry.
I think it's easier for you to manage this guest link process.
It is. Especially, I mean, the thing about giving out a link is that there is potential that somebody could remember it. I mean, I always try and tell people that the link is good for this week's show. Yeah. And then unless they've got a good memory, it's so long that they're going to forget it. You know. Yeah. Okay. Right. Okay. What's happening in Portugal, Marco?
Well, usually at this time, there's a party on my village, these Portuguese parties, but due to COVID, we can make it. People are sad because they don't, because it was the party, it was the amusement, it was the moment of the year where we met our beloved, because here in Portugal, in this zone, there are too many people working in France, for instance, in Paris, and they are immigrants there, and then they come here in August, and they spend at the beginning of August this Festa das Neves. So this year, this day, the 5th, it's the most important day of the party. It's the day of I don't know how to say it, it's like the saint, which gives the name to the party. Today, it's her day. And so it's Our Lady of Snows, It has something to do with a miracle who happened in Italy, and it was snowed in the mountain on the 5th of August. That's why it's called the Our Lady of Snows. So it was today. There's religious manifestations in the morning, in the afternoon. It was a theater play which I made part, and I stopped this year because I had to make some changes in my life. But today it was the big day, and unfortunately we are here. It's also my mother's birthday. Today she's
birthday.
Yeah, I think it was a couple of years ago.
Okay.
And today she turns 69. And it's not a joke, it's the truth. So, okay, and I think in about 1 hour I'm leaving to a party with them. And so that's the problem here. For instance, at the 18th or something, it was supposed to be the big party here in Viana do Castelo, that town where about 10 miles from here. People like to say, well, mostly the people who live there, that it is the biggest party in the country. Maybe it is one of the biggest, yes, for sure. And also due to coronavirus, there's no party this year.
No, it's changing so many things at the moment. I mean,
just one last thing for you to understand how big this party is. The village, the town is a small town, around 40,000 people there. Okay, in this festa, Romaria, it has on the biggest days, which are Saturday and Sunday, more than 500,000 people in the town.
Wow.
Okay, so I leave it there.
So basically, that actually is the time when businesses in your area can make some money.
Mm-hmm. Yes, absolutely. Well, yes, we have this main, but it's we are close to the beach, so there's people coming. As I said, immigrants come here in mostly in August to spend the holidays. Okay, and then it's I'm 10 minutes to reach the beach, so it's lots of people coming, and we have also this problem in Spain because they had this coronavirus strike a lot on Spain. So, and Spain, it's our biggest partner in this, because I'm a half an hour from Spain, from Galicia. And yes, we don't have many industry here. We are small. We live tourism makes a big role on income generation, so it's problematic. Like in Algarve, for instance, I don't know these guys on that island close to France, which don't allow people to come to Portugal. These guys who have the Prime Minister Boris, I don't know.
Basically, we have a list of countries to which we're not allowed to fly or swim. And unfortunately, Canada is on there, the USA is on there, Portugal is on there. And the list does change, but for the moment, no, we're not allowed to fly out.
Yeah.
I don't think many people would, but last month in the UK, 2 million people did fly, and they flew mainly to Greece and to Nice. So they were going to Greece and to France, and that was EasyJet. And they basically, I wouldn't have thought anybody would fly at the moment. That's my personal view. But EasyJet were running the 35% of their fleet. So only a third of their planes were flying in July. They expected that to stay until the end of the year. But this month, they've upped it to 45% of their planes will fly. So more people are actually they want to get out of Britain. Simple as that. They want to get away from the lockdown and go on holiday and be locked down wherever they go. Because most countries have got a lockdown of some sort going.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, and Barry's saying that's one big party, Marco.
Yeah, Barry, if you want, I can help you finding, because if you go to YouTube, you will find lots of videos about that party, and it's amazing. It's the ladies on a parade with traditional costumes and with I don't know how many millions of euros are on that parade on gold, necklaces, earrings. I may guarantee that a big amount of millions of euros are going down the street on that day, and the costumes are amazing. Just I will go after you, Barry, to show you.
If you could post a link here too, then
okay, of course I can. Oh, by the way, I think I can share a YouTube video.
Right. We do have events in Devices, but none as big as the ones that you have in Portugal, Marco. Harper.
Yes.
How are things over your way?
Oh, just as chaotic as always. So
Yeah.
It'll be that way until the end of the year.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah, one of the things. First, happy birthday to Marco's mom.
Thank you.
And one of the things that I can kind of understand. Last month when we had a fire up in the mountains, there's a small little business community up there that now isn't going to be able to be open for the year, but that's how they make their money, is by people going up and going up to the top of the mountain and visiting their little business community. So I'm kind of looking at that little village that Marco was talking about. If they're not going to have it, that 500,000 people that would come to that little village and spend money and everything, it's got to be rough on those people, because they're not going to be making the money that they kind of maybe planned on or even budgeted. So that kind of stuff is really hard when you all of a sudden you spend the previous year kind of planning and getting everything together and spending money that you're planning on bringing back in for this party, then all of a sudden can't have the party. So
absolutely. Yeah. And the problem is it's very seasonal. It's the right word, seasonal.
That's perfect. Yeah.
And I worked on a hotel about 2 years, and between November and till Easter, it's really hard, And if we don't have, my computer crashed.
We can still hear you.
We can hear you.
You're not moving.
Let me see.
You're not
okay.
Moving. We can hear you.
You kind of froze in time, but we can hear you. So.
Okay, I'm good. Perfect.
Yep.
I'm alive. Okay, let me just refresh the screen share.
Just to explain to everybody, we are experimenting. We are going out in high definition from Restream.io, which means that we are using our computers. We're actually sort of urging them to go with us and actually process all this. So occasionally there are going to be glitches. And I had a glitch yesterday when I was broadcasting, and 15 minutes in, my computer just said it had enough, and it took me another 7 minutes to actually get it working again.
Okay.
But I was back. I did another 35 minutes after that. So,
well, Stephen,
Marcos.
I'm good to share the video. It's
Okay.
The promotional video from last year.
Okay, let's do that.
If you want to put it.
Yeah, I got it. Once it starts, I'll go full screen.
It is a procession to the sea. Look the gold. Okay, that's it.
So I got a question on the jewelry. Some of the ladies were wearing, they had like pictures. What is that picture of?
Maybe her husband, father. It depends.
Okay.
There's no a rule, but it's someone they love.
Okay. Okay. I wasn't sure if that was something. So.
Yeah, I mean that's Marco. You should play that on your page every day and encourage people to come and join you in Portugal. Because I'm sold now. I mean, I will come over.
Yeah. Next year, hopefully, we will be back on tracks.
I hope so too. I hope in the new year we actually get 2020. We can forget.
Oh man, there's going to be a worldwide party on New Year's Eve. Let me tell you, everybody's going to be glad to get rid of this year.
Oh yeah. There's so much happened globally. We've all been affected by it. We all know exactly how it feels to be stay at home and go through the process we're going through at the moment because it's happening globally. And and I've got a comment from Barry. And Barry is saying the reviews are in. Barry's saying that was awesome. It would be amazing to see in person. Barry,
let me show you just something that it's amazing. Let me see.
Okay.
Because there's in the morning drums playing in the street. And it's a kind of okay.
Okay.
Just let me. Okay. Perfect. Let me.
Oh wow.
Well, you don't see the effect, because if you stay close to them, you get deaf. And they are making rounds. There's, for instance, it's a group playing about 5 minutes, then it comes another one, and another 5 minutes, and my God, it's amazing. It's amazing.
It's like a street party.
Yeah. It's
like the Portuguese Mardi Gras.
Kind of, yes.
Without the necklaces.
Yeah, we have necklaces, but not.
Without the process of the necklace.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's it's an amazing party, but it also has this flip side, because the city gets full crowded. Mm-hmm. Every square meter, it's a camping zone, Right. So, for instance, if you want to go to a quiet place and just enjoy the city, make a peaceful walk and everything, just go, or after or before the fiesta, because if you go, it's okay. If you want to be in these conditions, it's okay, it's perfect, okay? But if you want just a quiet experience, if you want peace, go after or before the fiesta, because it's a nice place. It's very quiet, very peaceful, and except on the fiesta.
Brilliant. An amazing spectacle. So we're all going to come over 2021, 2022. And,
hopefully.
Yeah. Well, it's going to happen. If it's meant to happen, it'll happen. So there we are. But obviously we don't want to come. Yeah, we need to have somewhere to stay, but we don't want, because the festival, if everywhere's booked up, then we're going to have to book in advance, I think.
Yeah. This situation, when I worked on the hotel, on the days of the people came desperately. Do you have any room? It's better to book 4 months in advance, so you can have a nice place. And the place where I worked, it was in the heart of the town. So, and they had a park. You just park the car. You leave the car there, because it's a small town. You can go walking everywhere. And people were amazed because it was in the very heart of the party. It's 10 minutes. If you want to go to the one side of the party, 10 minutes walking. If you want to go to the other, another 10 minutes walking. So,
Sure.
And there's also these fireworks, amazing. Okay, I can stay here talking about everything.
Marco can talk about it until it opens next year.
I'm promoting the fiesta.
And of course, an opportunity to actually sample the wines from Portugal and the port and all the local delicacies and drinks.
Yeah, also we have nice white young wine. And we have 2 different. Here we have, I think it's Loureiro. And there's another one in the border with Spain, which is Alvarinho. And this one, my friends, very good.
So where do we fly to? And then how do we get to the village?
Go to Oporto, and then pick a car to Viana do Castelo, and I'll meet you there. I'm pleased to be your guide.
Right. Well, I return that when we can travel. Then you're both welcome to visit
Absolutely.
Wiltshire, go to Stonehenge, go to Avebury and go to Salisbury and experience English tea with scones and cream and jam, and real Yorkshire tea. So there we are. That's something that we can all put on our bucket list, is to actually get together.
And I also want to go to Arizona woods.
Go in the winter. Come here in the winter. Otherwise, you will.
I will melt.
If you're not used to desert heat, oh man.
No, absolutely, my friend, yeah. Absolutely. For instance, I speak often with people from Brazil, and for instance, up to from 25 Celsius up, for me it's melting temperature. And the other day, I was talking with someone from Brazil, and he was telling me, "Oh, Marco, it's cold around here. Oh my God, so cold." And I asked, "How cold is there?" 25, and I say, "Oh my God, are you kidding me?"
Yeah, I mean, at the moment we're in the low 20s, which is good when the sun shines.
Yeah. For me,
between 22 and 25 is good.
Yeah. For me, it's good because, for instance, in winter we have around 0 and 10 minimum, but the problem is it's very wet. You know, we are close to the sea, and it's it seems that the cold, it's going through your skin and getting to your bones.
Right to your bones, yeah.
Sometimes you it's so wet that it seems that your feet are on water.
Yep.
Yeah, it's an awful experience.
We get a bit of rain in the UK as well. But I'm not nowhere near the sea. That's one thing I do miss, is actually being near the sea, because we're about 2 hours inland. So seeing the sea would be good too.
Thankfully, you saw how many sea we have. Yeah, and it's that kind of sea with I don't know, this iodo. I don't know how do we say in English. This element which gives that sea smell. And you go on the beach close to the city, you feel that smell. Oh my God, it's amazing, because let me see if I can translate the chemical name of iodo.
Okay. All right. Okay, if you're watching us live, thank you very much. If you'd like to comment.
Iodine.
What is it?
Iodine, which brings that smell in the sea. If the water it has a big percentage of iodine, you feel that sea smell.
Iodine.
Yeah, iodine.
Okay.
It's because it's funny, because I just go about 30 miles south in the same line of beach, and you don't feel the same smell. It's less. And here on the beaches, you have that amazing smell, and it's very good for health.
I'm going to try something. I might break it here. No, that's no good. Don't like that one. Can go. Okay, so what else is going on? My heart goes out to the people of Libya.
Yeah, absolutely.
Lebanon, right?
Lebanon, yes, Lebanon.
Yeah, Lebanon. Yeah. I got the first letter right. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, obviously conspiracy theories abound, but the fact that they had that close to the city centre that compound for 6 years. You know, I mean, let's track back. It was confiscated from a ship. It was taking it from A to B and put in storage and essentially forgotten. And it's just...
I was wondering why was it stored there, just sitting there?
Yeah. Well, that's the question we had. And basically, it was a ship that came into the port and they were inspected, and the cargo was deemed to be illegal to transit in that particular area of the world. So they took the cargo off, put it in a warehouse, and then forgot about it. And I mean, rest of that's fact. That's fact.
Yeah.
The rest of the moment will be conjecture, but it's just destroying half a city.
Yeah, but I don't know if you noticed, while before the second the big explosion, you can see some. I think it was fireworks exploding, little explosions. So I think
something kind of sparked the
the
fumes or something, or that explosion was horrendous. Man.
My God.
Yeah, you can just see the whole shockwave just.
Yeah, absolutely.
Indeed. And I mean, the EU is sending medical teams in and rescue teams in. So there is things that Europe and hopefully Great Britain are doing. The US is sending teams in as well, as far as I know. So everybody's getting together and trying to help and as much as they can. But it comes on top of war, it comes on top of COVID. You just think, as we said earlier, let's get to 2021. Because the number of things that are taking place this year is just...
Absolutely.
Incredible. Unbelievable. Message from... right. And Chris is saying that it's called iodium in Flanders. Okay, so we now know it's iodine or iodium. So we're getting close to the sea every minute, really. You can sort of smell the sea air and walk along the sea. Take your shoes and socks off and go paddling at the edge of the sea.
Yes.
And if you're daring, you actually dive in the sea.
Yeah. Well, diving for me it's a problem. When I was young, I never needed anyone. Well, I'm always I tell this often. When I was a kid, about 10 years old, I was all the time on water. It doesn't matter if it was really cold, because we have, I don't know if it's 15 Celsius. It's really cold water here in the sea. And I was there all the time. My father called me the duck because now I go through the water, I walk, and when I reach my ankles, I stop.
Don't get in too deep.
I'm crazy.
Can't see my feet. Oh, gotta stop.
Okay. I went too far. Yeah, I'm very sensitive to cold water. I think I'm getting old.
You know, I'll tell you when you're old. No. Age is just a number, really. Right, Marco, when is your next show?
Well, during August, I'm kind of slow down. We have to reschedule the next week's show, because I have this show in the same schedule we used to have about this racism situation in the United States. I set a monthly show to talk about this, and so maybe tomorrow I will make, because I'm doing these polls on LinkedIn, asking people which content do you want me to create next week.
Mm-hmm.
So the poll didn't finish yet, so I need to go there and check. It will be in Portuguese, so it's a nice opportunity for you to learn also Portuguese. So please be my guest.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Harper, when's your next broadcast?
I'm not going to have one this week, so it will be next week. This week I'm kind of working, literally working on my truck, getting it ready for an event this coming Saturday. So
my next show is tomorrow at 10 a.m. in London and, well, in England and in Portugal. It's 10 o'clock in the morning. Myself and the Blubbing for Britain team, Peter, John and Stephen, the other Stephen, and we'll be Aberdeen, which is up in Scotland, as you know, has just gone into lockdown again, and everything that had opened closed at 12 p.m. Eastern today. So everything that was open, the shops, the restaurants, all closed down again.
Wow.
So they're back in total lockdown. Peter lives in Aberdeen, so we'll be getting a first-hand account of the changes that are actually taking place. The approach throughout the UK at the moment is if there's a problem in a particular area, then that area goes into lockdown. Yeah, and then if you're not in that area, then you can carry on as normal. But as soon as the R rate shows that it's going to leap over 1, then the area gets closed down. And then on a lighter note, I'm live at 11 a.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. in the UK with John Upton, and we're back. It's inspired by NVIDIA, how to create quality business video using NVIDIA, and John will have his lesson of the week. So I'm looking forward to both those broadcasts for different reasons, and they will both be live on Thursday. Yeah.
Very good.
Thank you. Advert over. We don't do many adverts, but we should promote our own.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. And I hear on the grapevine, Marco, you're doing courses for Restream in Portuguese and Spanish.
Well, I made already some things on Spanish and Portuguese, but during this time this week I'm gonna rest a little bit because I'm this close to burnout, so I needed to break a little, and next week I will start creating content about Restream on Portuguese and Spanish, so people can start using it, and also in other things, for instance, about live streaming, content marketing, and everything. So I think it will be, at least one thing I need to do is to look at all the content I make and let me see how I can reuse it and convert this in a membership or a courses or something, because everybody needs money.
True. I mean, you can only do so much for free. I think that it's important. You mentioned that you can, if you're not careful, burn out.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you lose. The one thing that you don't want to lose being live is enthusiasm. Yeah, and that just drains away over a period of time if you actually push yourself too far, doesn't it?
Absolutely. And there's another mistake I think we made often, mostly live streamers. I think is this addiction thing about live streaming. It's a problem because you are thinking so much, okay, let me see what can I make tomorrow and the day after and the day after. Oh my God, I didn't went live today, I need to go. And the problem is you come in this cycle of creating, and then you leave the content there all alone, standing, just getting some spider webs and dust. And instead of creating, I think, and I'm doing this, taking a look at the content I make, and sharing it again, and use it as a podcast and everything, because we don't need to create everyday content. It's mostly when you are a solo player. It's a nonsense. It drowns you all the energy. It's crazy. And I'm going through it. I'm completely drowned. For instance, if I stay more than 2 hours in front of computer, I'm completely devastated. So there's this thing. Instead of creating content, create a good content, and then okay, let me optimize this on YouTube. Let me share from YouTube to Twitter. Let me share for there. Let me create a podcast which takes you 10 minutes. For instance, on Be Live, on StreamYard, on Restream, you can download just audio after making the live, and then okay, let me make this podcast episode, and then let's share it. You can, if you use Anchor, for instance, it will make the distribution work instead of you. And that's it. I think we should think because we also have this resources limitation as the Earth. So we should refrain a little bit. Yes, of course.
Okay, now we've been to Portugal, so now we're going to go over to my area, which is Wiltshire, and I did what you're going to do. I took last week off, as you know, and I'm going to share screen, and hopefully this will work. And we're going to have one of the things that my partner Angelica enjoys doing is actually photography.
Oh, good.
So I'm going to bring that. I'm going to put it as a spotlight. And this, if I click the first one, it should go full screen. So we're going to take a tour of Wiltshire. In England, and this is where I live. Can you see it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, brilliant. Okay, and Angelica's actually put where it is, so I don't have to remember now. I just need to read the caption. Right. So this is Starhead. All these properties are owned by the National Trust held in trust for the country. You pay an annual membership to the National Trust of about $100, or 90 euros, something like that, and you can then go to the properties free of charge, and you can take a walk around, you can go to the restaurant, or you can take your own food, and you get views like this.
Oh my God. As
you walk around, and you can see the folly in the background that was built by the owners of the estate, and then we're over, that's a closer picture of the folly, and this is why England is known as a green and pleasant land, because it is green and pleasant. We're still at Starhead, and this is the lake, which is in the centre of the park. So it's a 2 mile walk all around the perimeter, and it's got its own waterfall and its own water wheel, and it's just an amazing place to actually be able to just chill. So that's where we started our week, at Starhead.
Can we fish there?
Oh yeah. Yeah, there are fish, there are ducks, there are swans. Okay. And we're still at Starhead. I'm going to flick forward. Who lives there?
Oh my God.
Who lives there? That's a good question, isn't it?
That looks like a new house.
Right, and the flowers in the garden are just spectacular. Then we went to Durham Park. Now, Durham Park is about an hour away from us. Again, it's National Trust. You can't go around the house at the moment, but you can go around the grounds. So let's have a tour of the grounds of Durham Park. Now, Durham Park has deer, and you can climb the hill outside the hall, and it's just open countryside and lakes as well. There's a theme here, and the flower beds, which have just, at this time of year, the colour is just brilliant. And then we're over still in the gardens. That's the waterfall, although there's no water running through it at the moment, but it would be there. And then when you climb the hill, you meet the deer. And this is how close we got. There's no zoom lens here. This is how close we were able to walk to the deer without spooking them. And then up onto the hillside, you can see 5 different states or counties from here.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Was Robin Hood there?
No. Close but no cigar. The other thing that we have is canals. Now, canals were built before the trains, and barges carried goods that came into Bristol from the States across to London. And these canals were all joined, and you can still go from Bristol straight to London. But this canal, when the railways came, the canals lost business overnight. Everything, all the freight went on the train. Yeah. So these canals were just left alone, and you can see they suffered. Right. This is Great Chalfield, which is a manor house, and it's built by the local gentry, and they've got the house and the outbuildings, and then you've got the gardens, which are just totally amazing, in my view. And flowers as well, different flowers from before, and then the river runs through it, and there's the house. Now, the miracle of this is, you see the bank. The house is actually 100 meters from the bank, yeah? But if you look in the water, there's a reflection of the building. How does that work? See, it's stunned silence. There you are. There's the proof.
Yeah.
Okay, and okay, so it's still the same house. I just love the way that the trees actually form archways.
Yeah,
and then the flowers. Now, this estate has its own church, again built by the landowner, and we're able to go in the church. And this stained glass window is just, I mean, this photograph is stunning because it was dark inside the church, and I think that's quite a beautiful photograph. And I'm in awe of anybody who creates stained glass windows. Back out again. I think we've gone full circle. So there you have it.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's what I did.
Yeah. You did well.
With Angelica to actually chill out last week. And that's what we need to do. We need to chill. You need to chill, Marco.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And Harper. We all need to chill. It's good to get out and about into the fresh air. And we were blessed last week with not 35 or 41 degrees. We were just blessed with about 25 to 28 degrees. And that was good enough to actually to walk around in. Okay, and Barry is saying he's checked out all the photos. They're very good, Stephen. Great views. Yeah, Barry is a brilliant photographer.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I love his photos.
The photographs are by Angelica. Yeah, and I'm just proud to actually put them on display and get them a wider audience. Because with mobile phones these days, and the resolution you can actually get on a mobile phone, we could only dream of. And so we can all, with our mobile phones, take quality pictures. I got to say, I just point and shoot. I don't know about you. I think that looks good, and I just press the button, and it either works or it doesn't. Yeah, that's me. Whereas Angelica will actually set up the shot and zoom in and zoom out and what have you. But that's probably why her photographs are better than mine.
Maybe.
Know what you're good at and stick to it. We can't possibly be good at everything. So I'll take the occasional photograph, which I'm proud of taking. I don't have a situation where everyone's got to be perfect, which is a bit like broadcasting, really.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know. Okay. Right, we're coming towards the end of the hour. Do you have any thoughts for people to carry forward for next week, Marco?
Well, enjoy.
That's it.
Well, next week we need to set a new time, so we can meet.
Okay.
We will talk in the backstages.
Okay.
So we can set the show. Okay. And meantime, if you want to follow me, follow Steven also, and follow Harper to see what we are doing. And maybe next week we have also this networking, which will be more like last week of the month. This international where we can meet and talk. So if you are watching us and if you want to join, stay tuned, because soon I will release the date to that international networking event.
Brilliant. Harper, your thought for the week?
Well, my thought for the week is, regardless of whatever is happening in the world, we always have time to be kind to people.
Right.
Nice thought.
It doesn't matter if this is right, or they're both wrong. Just be nice to people. There's so much hate this year and everything, and it's just, I try to tell my daughter when she calls and talks, like, just find a silver lining in everything. That's not to be blind of what is really going on, but if you look for bad, you're going to find bad.
Absolutely.
That's very true.
So look for good. I was listening to John Maxwell a couple weeks ago, and he was talking about that. I'm like, that is so true. So.
Well, I can't. Those words should close the show. So
yes.
from Marco, Harper, and me, is goodbye for this week. We'll see you all again soon. I just got to find the button to finish this. Bye.